What was your favorite Voivod album to illustrate?
You mean all together or with the paintings? Only the paintings?
I guess, I mean, I know that some of them there's a lot less artwork, like Nothing Face goes and goes and goes. You got a lot of animation involved with Negatron too.
Yeah, I think, well, the first one, War and Pain, it was very exciting. It was my very first painting, and it was quite bold to tell Metal Blade, oh, I'm going to do the cover. And they were also very
the drummer's going to do the cover.
They were scared. And but it was exciting. I did it at my parents' place. We were still living up north back then at our parents, and so I did it on a kitchen table with I bought a few brushes and acrylic, and I didn't like that many colors. I like gray, dark red, and black. So that's pretty much what is on the cover. And I really like doing the Negatron cover because in mid-90s I learned to do 3D animation and 3D art with soft image. And that was very exciting. And now there is this, how do you say, open source program called Blender 3D online that anybody can download, which is mind-blowing.
Really?
Yeah, and so that's something that I mean, I really like Nothing Face because it had this 8-bit vibe from the 80s, but I must say that in the 90s things got really serious in the computer department. Now it's really exciting. Yeah.
How big is the original painting for War and Pain, for the War and Pain cover?
I would say it's about 18 inches by 18 inches.
Okay, so when you work on a computer, are you working in actual size also, or do you work larger? Or?
Oh, I did everything. I actually made an animation for a Game Boy, which was like really small, and I did also art for posters that required me to work in 1200 dpi on a very large scale. That's where I actually had to buy another computer to make sure that it was powerful enough to achieve that. Since '86, I've bought many computers. Things are going fast.
The computer industry is doing well because of you. You keep on buying them. Is there a medium that you have never explored that you're really curious about?
Well, yeah. I've been a big fan of Gustave Doré, who did engravings. That's something I would love to try out one day. It looks really cool, and I actually scanned Gustave Doré's engravings for the Engerat cover to do the sky, and but one day I'd like to try to do a real one. That's something that, yeah, I had forgotten about it though, but just came back into my mind.
Oh, cool. Very good. Tell me a little bit about Cosmos.
Cosmos was more of a studio project, and because everybody, Cosmos is a collective from Montreal, and everybody involved is in other bands in Montreal, and so everybody's pretty busy, and we meet up once in a while to write material, and eventually when there's enough we go into a studio, but we only played 2 shows because we were invited by bigger bands to open for them. And actually on April 2nd we were invited by Jello Biafra to open for him in Montreal, but not everybody is available, so we won't be able to do it. But it's more of a studio project. We're writing a second album right now, and it's a project that came about because we shared a love for krautrock, and so we wanted to do a krautrock band based on old German prog rock, and also progressive rock from Hungary, like Omega, and there were a lot of obscure progressive rock band from the 70s that we like, and we tried to we copied them actually. Although the new album that we're writing is less hard rock and more old electronics, like old school, like very early Kraftwerk and so on.
What's your favorite new music today?
Well, if I have to, I'm very, very retro. So if I listen to metal, it's either Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and Motorhead, or if I listen to new metal, it has to be prog metal, like Mastodon or Coheed and Cambria or Arion from Holland. Except for that, I still listen to older hardcore like Broken Bones and Discharge and
Right.
yeah, and a lot of old prog rock. I still listen to Vandergraaf Generator pretty much every day. And if I have to listen to newer music that's not metal, I go for the weird, whimsical music like Of Montreal or Decemberists or something that's eccentric. Yeah, because it reminds me of Sid Barrett, that's why.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. And you've covered Pink Floyd twice in your career, at least on record, and then at King Crimson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are those the only covers that you guys have done?
We fooled around playing Vandergraaf covers in the past. We never recorded anything seriously. We used to play some Iggy Pop and some Dead Kennedys live. Oh yeah, we played Batman on Dimension Haters.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that's about it, I guess.
What's your favorite Voivod record as a record?
Killing Technology. I think it has all the elements that I mean, it's hardcore, it's prog rock, and it's metal, and it has a bit of Killing Joke and Bauhaus in it, and I think it's a good package for me. I like this album very much. I'm very proud of War and Pain though, because it's our first album.
Well,
and
yeah, of course.
We're still living up north and couldn't really speak English at all, and we got a contract with LA and Metal Blade, and so we're pretty excited, and so I'm very proud of it.